Hey guys, so I have a little story that I would like to share with you. And I was watching this interview about a guy named Art Linkletter. And back in like the 40s, he was pretty much like the Jay Leno of today. I mean, he had his own TV shows. He was a pretty big guy and whatnot. But the reporter, or the person that was interviewing him, asked him, what was your biggest regret in life? And so Art Linkletter, he goes into his story, and he's talking about how his best friend Walt, he called him up on the phone, and he's talking to him, and he says, "Hey Art, I got to show you something awesome. This is amazing. I'm looking to change a lot of lives. We can make a lot of money, blah blah blah." Art, he says, "I'm not interested," and he hung up the phone. A couple weeks later, his best friend called him again, and Art says, "I'm not interested." He hung up the phone. A couple weeks later, his friend calls him back, says the same thing, and Art says, "Okay, I'll check it out." So the thing he didn't know was that he had to drive for 3 hours to get to his friend Walt. And he's already pissed off in the first place because, one, he didn't want to do it, and now he figures out he's got to drive 3 hours to get to his friend. So he drives 3 hours to get to his friend. He parks his car, he calls him, and he says, "Hey man, where you at?" And his friend says, "Okay, now you have to walk 3 miles to get to where I'm at." And you can imagine how frustrated he is right now. So anyways, he walks the 3 miles to go to his friend. His friend Walt, he meets him with a hug. They talk for a little bit. And he shows him. He says, "Art, look at the grass, look at the bushes, the trees, the mountains. In a couple of years, you won't see any of this. There's going to be people coming here from all over different states, from all over the country, and from different continents. People are going to come here from all over the world to come to this place. We're going to change a lot of lives, and we're going to have a lot of fun. This will be a totally different area in the next couple years." And Art says, "Okay, I see what you brought me here for. You only want me for my money." And Walt tells him, "No, I don't want you for your money, but what I'm trying to get you to understand right now is this land that we're on is worth pennies. And in a couple of years, this land is going to be worth millions and millions and millions of dollars." So, Art, he looks at his best friend and he says, "I'm not interested." And in this part of the interview, Art breaks down in tears. And what he says next is insane. So basically, for every step that he walked back to his car, and keep in mind, remember, that this was 3 miles away. For every single step he took, he lost out on $1 million. Okay, $1 million per step. Nowadays, worth billions. He passed up a very, very good opportunity. His best friend Walt was Walt Disney. That land was Disneyland, Disney World. They make a bunch of money, okay? So that was the worst, or the biggest regret in his life. And so like, what I want to get you guys to understand is, make sure when an opportunity comes your way that you thoroughly look through all of it. Know the ins and outs. Think about how it can change your future, how it can change your life. Whether that's money-wise, helping other people, being healthy, whatever it is. Make sure you just know everything about it before you completely say no. Have an open mind. And the other thing is, if you're the person sharing this great opportunity with your friend, or whoever it is, don't get discouraged if they say no when they didn't do the research, when they don't know everything about it. Don't get discouraged, because there's more opportunity where you can show other people, and they're going to be benefited, and that person's gonna wish that they would have done it. So with that, guys, don't be Art Linkletter, and have a good day.